Hi everyone, welcome back to Chemcourse Academy. We discussed group 13 elements. Now we will move on to group 14 elements. So group 14 elements are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. And the outer electronic configuration is 2p2 for carbon and 3p2 for silicon, 4p2 for germanium, 5p2 tin and 6p2 lead. So the last electron will enter the p shell. So these are p block elements. Now moving on to the ionization energy. The ionization energy decreases from carbon to silicon. And I already said ionization energy is proportional to 1 by size. So smaller the size, greater the ionization energy. So down the group size increases. So what happens? Size is bigger in size. So ionization energy will be lower. Here it is said that carbon to silicon the ionization energy decreases. And after silicon what happened? The D and F shell comes. So due to D and F shell shielding, the germanium, tin and lead have some irregular trend. So according to the electronic configuration, you can determine the ionization energy, whether it is small or greater. And next point is reactivity. Reactivity increases down the group. So down the group reactivity increases. So lead is more reactive than carbon. Next is carbon allotropic forms, and first one is diamond. In diamond, the bonds are covalent bonds, strong covalent bonds and extremely unreactive. Diamonds are extremely unreactive and the melting point is high. So diamonds have melting point high and strong covalent bonds. These are the two important points. And another point is it has cubic unit cell. So cubic unit cell is the structure of diamond. And next one is graphite. In graphite, the structure is a flat 2D sheets of carbon atom. So carbon atoms are arranged in sheet-like shape and it is a flat two-dimensional structure. Each sheet is hexagonal net of carbon atom. So each sheet is a hexagonal net of carbon atoms and the bond is weak, very weak bond, weak van der Waals forces. So diamond is very strong covalent bonds and graphite have weak van der Waals force. And third one is fullerene. So fullerene is also known as buckyballs because the shape is like a saucer ball and their bonds are covalent like diamond and they are superconductor below 18 Kelvin. So fullerenes can act as superconductor below 18 Kelvin. And another point is carbon having higher coordination number. So usually we will see carbon having valency 4. So these are some compounds which have higher coordination number for carbon. And first one is Al2CH3 6 times. Here the coordination number is 5. The coordination number of carbon is 5. And next one B10C2H1R2. R can be any alkyl group and the coordination number is 6 here. And the third one lithium Li4CH3 4 times. So the coordination number will be 7. And next one CO8 cobalt 8 CO carbon monoxide 18 times the whole square. So 2 times. So the coordination number will be 8. So these having coordination number higher than 4. In previous videos about other group elements, we discussed the reaction with water to form hydroxides. Now the carbon, silicon, germanium are unaffected by water. They don't give any reaction with water. But tin reacts with steam giving SnO2, tin oxide and hydrogen. Then lead is unaffected. So carbon, silicon, germanium and lead are unaffected but tin reacts with steam give SnO2 plus H2. Then carbon, silicon, germanium unaffected by dilute acid. So when dilute acids are given to carbon, silicon, germanium, no reaction happen but tin dissolves forming SnNO3 twice in dilute HNO3. So in nitric acid, tin can be give reaction giving SnNO3 twice, tin nitrate. Next set of compound is carbide. So carbide is important. Compounds of carbon and less electronegative element are called carbides. So a compound having carbon and less electronegative element than carbon. So beryllium carbide, then aluminium carbide, Al4C3, Be2C, LnC2. Ln means lanthanide compound. Then Ln4C2 thrice. So these are carbides. And among covalent carbides are silicon carbide and B4C. B means boron. So boron carbide and silicon carbides are covalent carbides. They have covalent bonds. Then silicon carbide is hard, infusible, inert, used as abrasive called carborundum. So this is important, which is used as a carborundum abrasive, silicon carbide. Then the reaction of silicon carbide, how to get silicon carbide? SiO2, silicon oxide is taken plus 2 carbon give silicon plus 2 Cu, carbon monoxide. Then this silicon is again reacted with carbon giving SiC, silicon carbide. Next is oxides. CO, carbon monoxide, is a colorless, odorless, poisonous gas. So CO is colorless, odorless, poisonous gas. And how the CO is formed? Formic acid is reacted with H2SO4, HCOOH plus H2SO4, give CO plus water. And important industrial fuel. The CO is also an industrial fuel. Another important industrial fuels are water gas. Water gas is what? Equimolar mixture of CO and H2. It's very important. CO and H2. The mixture of CO, carbon monoxide and hydrogen will give you water gas. And another industrial fuel is producer gas. Producer gas is what? Mixture of CO and N2, nitrogen. CO and hydrogen is water gas and CO and nitrogen is producer gas. And the third one is coal gas. Coal gas is what? CO, mixture of CO, H2, CH4, CO2. So coal gas contain methane and carbon dioxide other than CO and H2. Water gas is mixture of CO and H2. Producer gas is mixture of CO and N2. Coal gas is mixture of methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and CO. Another oxide is carbon suboxide. Carbon suboxide formula is C3O2. C3O2 is having a foul smell, and the structure of C3O2 is a linear structure. O double bond C, double bond C, double bond C, double bond O. So the structure of C3O2 is a linear structure. And next set of compound is carbonates. Carbonic acid. So in carbonic acid, H2CO3 is the formula, and the ions in carbonic acid are CO3 2- and HCO3-, where CO3 2- is a flat structure. And this is another important point, CO4 4- ion does not exist, but SiO4 4- exists. So these are same group element, carbon, silicon. CO4 4- ion does not exist, but SiO4 4- exists. Talking about sulfide. So first one, carbon sulfide, CS2. CS2 carbon sulfide is colorless, volatile liquid, and the structure is linear. Just remember the structure, CS2 is linear in structure. Then oxides of silicon. Oxides of silicon means SiO and SiO2. SiO2 is also known as silica. So silica is very important. SiO2 plus Si give 2SiO. Just remember this reaction. SiO2 plus Si give 2SiO. Then germanium oxide and tin oxide, lead oxide. Germanium oxide is slightly acidic, but tin and lead oxides are amphoteric. Then carbon dioxide and silicon oxide are acidic. CO2, SiO2 are acidic. Germanium oxide is slightly acidic. SnO2, PbO2 are amphoteric. Now the most important topic, silicates. SiO4 4- is the unit of silicate. SiO4 4-. These are tetrahedral units linked together. So SiO4 4- are tetrahedrally linked together. And types of silicates are orthosilicates. First one, orthosilicates. They are discrete tetrahedra SiO4 4-. So the basic unit cell is what? SiO4 4-. And they don't share any corners of SiO4 4 minus tetrahedra unit. And the example is M2SiO4. M2 means M is any metal, beryllium, magnesium, iron, manganese, zinc. So M2SiO4 is a example for orthosilicates. Orthosilicates are discrete tetrahedra units which does not share any corners. Then Zn2SiO4 is willemite and Be2SiO4 is phenacite. Next category is pyrosilicates. Pyrosilicates are two tetrahedral units joined by sharing oxygen at one corner, and the unit is Si2O7 6 minus. So the example is Sc2, scandium Si2O7. So it is a pyrosilicate and the name is thorbindite. Then cyclic silicates. Cyclic silicates unit is SiO3N2N minus. SiO3N2N minus. Just remember the basic unit of pyrosilicate, cyclic silicate, sheet silicate and orthosilicates. So cyclic silicates unit is SiO3N2N minus. The examples are Si3O96 minus, Si6O18 12 minus. So if you know the basic unit, it's very easy to identify the type of silicate. So in cyclic silicate, the basic unit is SiO3N2N minus. Then this is called beryl, Be3Al2 Si6O18. So the Si6O18 resemble what? The cyclic silicate. So beryl is a cyclic silicate. Next category is chain silicates. Sharing of oxygen atoms on two corners of each tetrahedron with other tetrahedron unit. So sharing of oxygen atom on two corners is called chain silicates and the basic unit is SiO3 N times 2N minus. So remember the basic unit of chain silicate SiO3 N times 2N minus, and the examples are spodumene, lithium aluminium SiO3 twice, N-statite Mg2 SiO3 twice, and diopside calcium magnesium SiO3 twice. Next is sheet silicates. So in sheet silicates SiO4, the basic unit share three corners and they are two-dimensional sheet of Si2O5N2N minus. So the basic unit to remember in sheet silicate is Si2O5N2N minus. And example is clay minerals, white asbestos, micas, montmorillonites. Then 3D silicates is very important. Sharing all four corners of SiO4 tetrahedron results in 3D lattice of formula SiO2. 3D silicates are sharing all four corners. So all four corners are shared in a 3D silicate, three-dimensional silicates. And the replacement of one quarter or one half of silicon atoms are quite common, giving structures MAlSi3O8 where M having one oxidation state and M2Al2Si2O8. So just remember these basic general formula. When replacement of one quarter or one half of silicon atoms is replaced, the structure will be MAlSi3O8 or MAl2Si2O8. And examples for 3D silicates are feldspar, zeolites and ultramarines. So first one, feldspar. Most important rock forming mineral is called feldspar, and granite is made up of feldspar with some mica and quartz. So the compound which having feldspar is granite. Most important rock forming mineral is feldspar. Next one is zeolite. So zeolite have a honeycomb-like structure. Honeycomb-like structure is the structure of zeolites, and it is used for softening hard water. How this zeolites can be used to soften the hard water? It can abstract the calcium ion, Ca2 plus ion. Ca2 plus ions are encapsulated by the zeolites and thus the hard water is softened. And third one is ultramarine. So just study one example for ultramarine. Na8, sodium 8, AlSiO4 6 times S2, sulfur. So this is the example for ultramarine. And another point is order of reactivity of dihalides. So dihalides of group 14 elements. Group 14 elements: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. So the order of reactivity, which having high reactivity, PbX2, lead halide. So carbon halide, dihalide is less than silicon dihalide, then germanium, then tin and lead. So lead is having high reactivity of dihalide.